Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Do, do, do. 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 Do, 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 do. I'm live answering your questions. Cuestiones. Por favor. Ángale, ángale. That sounds good. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. I'm here to answer your questions that you may have. Dennis, are you good at swimming? Oh, butterfly? That's a good question. What do you mean? What is your definition of good? Technique-wise? Yeah, I pretty much understand the concept of the butterfly, how you're supposed to move your body in the water. Now, the next stage is to just test your physical stamina, right? So that's where I'm at right now with my butterfly. I just want to, every day, see how far I can go, right? Can I do 1 lap continuous? Can I do 2 laps continuous? Can I do 3 laps? It's just like, you trying to sprint and timing how long you can keep it up until your stamina gives in, right? So it's the same with butterfly. I mean, nobody can do like 500 meters of continuous butterfly. That's like a machine, okay? Not even the best can do that. So it's just a test of stamina. So once you get the technique down, like you know how to move your body, right? It's just like learning how to sprint. Like if you know how to use your arms and legs together, and then it's just a matter of just testing your stamina. What is your camera? Right now, this is a Logitech C920 webcam that you're watching right now. And this thing here, oh, hello. This is a H4n audio recorder. So a lot of people don't know about the H4n, its capabilities. So most people think that, okay, I need a Blue Yeti microphone in order to do audio for my video and just plug it into the computer as a USB. But in my honest opinion, that is a very ugly ass microphone. I mean, it looks like a giant bullet. It just blocks everything. Can't see anything. So I don't really like the shape of the Blue Yeti. It's too bulky. And there are other USB microphones out there like the Rode. There's a lot of Rode USB mics and yeah. But this thing does the same thing that those other microphones do, and it sounds great, in my opinion. I've been recording all my audio using the H4n outside of live streams, and it's fine. So it does 2 things at once. So all I need is this cable here that you see. Well, you can't see it, but there's a cable here. Secret sauce. Okay, so this cable just runs into my computer, and then I use OBS. Been swimming for over 2 years now. However, I see my form terribly dropping at times and putting back to where I started. Breathing's always a challenge. It is always a challenge. What can I say about breathing? It's just like running a marathon. How do you get better at running a marathon? You just keep going, keep testing your stamina. Sometimes you have bad days. Like right now, I don't know if you can tell, but my body is sore as hell because of the intense workout I had yesterday at the gym. And guess what? I'm going back there today in a few hours. I'm just going to keep hacking at it. Keep hacking, you know? So you just got to get over that pain barrier, whatever that pain is, whether it's your breathing, whether it's your muscles, whether it's soreness, whether it's injuries. You know? You can't learn the planche in one day. You can't learn the butterfly stroke in one day. It's just a continuous hack that you do. You put in the work every day. Have you ever done any competitive swimming like Ironmans? Ironmans. You know, if I had a funny you mentioned that. I had a friend mention the Spartan races to me. He wants to open up a Spartan race franchise here in Canada, and I was like, "What is that?" And then I YouTubed it, and then those things, those mud races where, yeah, middle class people run in the mud in order to achieve some sort of glory. I think those are so silly. The same with Ironmans. Like, I watch those things on TV and I'm like, really? Ride a bike, run, swim at the same time? Like, who comes up with this? Are these guys bored? It's like, it's just funny to watch because those are the people that easily get bored in the gym and they need to find an excuse to work out. So they need something that's exciting or like, you know, where everybody's doing it at the same time kind of vibe. That's why CrossFitters, they always work out in groups. They can't work out alone for some reason. So they need that power of the group, this herd mentality. So I've always been a lone wolf in everything I do. So whether it's like when I'm in bands, I'm usually the band leader. I'm usually the manager, for example. I'm not like an equal partner because somebody has to lead the group, and it's usually me, whether it's in school or whether it's in a band or something, whatever. So that's why I like doing solo sports like tennis, swimming, badminton, bowling. Sports are things that I can do just on my own. Like, I don't need to depend on anybody else in order to do it. Like, that's why, you know, I played basketball when I was a kid. I played soccer when I was a kid. I played hockey when I was a kid. And, you know, we did group sports and all that growing up. I played that after school and all that. But it just wasn't fun for me. Because, to be honest, there's always somebody not working as hard as you on your team. Usually people are slacking off, not putting enough effort as everybody else. That's what I don't like about teams. And I'm usually the one that's like really trying really hard. And usually I have to take over other people's work because they're not contributing enough. So this started a long time ago for me. Actually, this is a real painful thing I need to mention. But I remember when I was in elementary school and the teacher would put us into groups of 4. You know the teacher, they divide you up, your classes, into groups of 4. You work with 3 other classmates on some sort of project, school project. And I was always stuck with these underachievers, these lazy ass classmates of mine that didn't do anything, and I was left doing all the work. So I felt like the teacher gave me 4 times the amount of work that I had to do. So this happened so many times growing up that I hated doing team projects. I hated it because my overall performance was graded into 4 people. And I'm not in charge of those 4 people. So I had to do the best that I could, and they didn't do shit. So I was like, I hate working in teams. I'm a solo player from now on. So I liked wrestling. I liked playing guitar. But when it came to managing a band, oh my god. It's like managing a company. It's not fun. People quitting, hiring people, managing schedules, rehearsal times. Yeah, I took care of all of that because nobody else would step up. Nobody had the balls. So I'm a natural born boss. And all bosses are lone wolves, okay? Any boss that you know in real life is a lone wolf. They're the leader, they're the captain of the ship, and the captain usually eats alone. Hola! What is your favorite stroke? I like butterfly because I can show off. And not many people can do it. And when people see me doing it, and they're like, oh, their jaw drops. But if I'm alone, I just like doing breaststroke because I can see where I'm going in front. Front crawl, you probably know this. If you do front crawl, you can't see where you're going. You're just basically a human bullet. And your head looks down. And this is the part that looks forward. So you're just a human bullet looking side to side. So everybody thinks swimming is synonymous with front crawl, but it's not. There are 4 strokes: backstroke, front crawl, back crawl, and butterfly. Those are the 4 main ones. Treading water, diving, and all those little things. Yeah, those are on the side. But I don't know. People don't associate breaststroke. But that is the hidden gem with swimming. Breaststroke. That's the swimming stroke that you need to be doing a lot of. Because it's just so easy. You just look forward. Don't need to put a lot of effort compared to other strokes. PS4, Xbox One. Good one. Good question. PS4 probably. But I stopped playing video games a long ass time ago. I just outgrew that. Because in reality, video games are a simulation to reality. That's what they are. They're just a simulation. Every video game that you played as a kid was a simulation to what you're going to experience when you become an adult in real life. And what is real life? Real life is problems. Problems that come at you, and you can either keep losing, game over, game over, game over, game over, or you try again. You insert the coin again. You restart. You try that level again, and again. And you can either quit or you can overcome that level and get to the next level and the next level, and then eventually you finish the game. That's what life is all about, solving problems. And the people that can solve the biggest problems, that have the biggest guts, that keep going, are consistent, are the ones that are successful. And the people that I think of that come to my mind are Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Vitalik from Ethereum. They just keep at it. They just keep going. They just get problems, and they solve them. And they solve bigger problems, and then bigger problems. And then the people that cannot solve the problems, they're usually the employees. They're the ones, they're sheep down here, and the boss is here, and the boss has to solve the problems, the big ones. Usually, employees solve the smaller problems, because it's just too much for them to handle. So life is a game, is what I'm saying. Hi Justin, when it rains, why don't sheep shrink? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's ask a sheep. Do we have a sheep in the audience to answer this question? Do you have a video about how to swim in the bottom of a pool? Why do you want to swim at the bottom of a pool? Okay, so based on my recollection, the only people that spend time at the bottom of the pool a lot are scuba divers. And they're training to become scuba instructors, or just like they want to practice their skills in an indoor pool so they can apply it in the ocean. Those are the only people I see spending a lot of time down there. Normal swimmers don't spend time down there. There's nothing there to do, really, except pick up like blocks for endurance, like these heavy rubber ass 10 to 15 pound blocks that we had to pick up as lifeguards. And they simulated as bodies or something. I don't know why, but we had to dive down to the bottom of the pool, of the deep end, pick these rubber blocks, looks like a yellow brick, and we had to tread or swim all the way up to the surface and bring it out and put it on the ledge. That was part of our test as lifeguards. Other than that, we just pick up goggles and whatever drops down there, but we don't spend time down there. There's nothing for us to do. It's just scuba divers that spend time down there. So if you want to be a scuba diver, yeah, practice going down there. There's always classes going on with scuba divers. Do you have a crush on anyone right now? I got a crush on you. What's that song goes? Do I have a crush? No, not really. You mean like in person? No. Not really that I can think of. If you're thinking about a celebrity, no. I think a lot of celebrities are just disgusting nowadays. I saw clips of the Grammys. I don't know if you know about the Grammy Awards. And I was just like, my God, that is just... The people participating in that award show are just disgusting, like revolting. Like, you know, many, many, many years ago, I would look forward to those shows, you know? Like seeing my favorite artists go up there and accept awards and all that. But that was a long ass time ago. Nowadays, God damn it. Like, oh. And you know what? I'm very glad that the Grammys ratings were like really bad, because I want the Grammys to just end. It's over, man. Like, that part of music needs to die, okay? Mainstream music sucks, to be honest. Those artists don't deserve that kind of... Their time's up. Their time is up, all right? It's time for something else to take over. And I'm so glad that YouTube is taking over mainstream media. I'm so glad that TV ratings are dropping, newspapers ratings are dropping, award shows are dropping, Oscars, all these shows that we grew up watching, they don't have the power anymore. We have the power. The internet has the power now. We have much more variety to choose from, and we don't need to lock ourselves into a cable network where we pay monthly to watch a specific channel, and then they sell us this information, this selective information that can form our future thoughts and influence us. Now that I look back, when I watch this Grammys, like, oh, all of them are horrible, 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 horrible artists. Terrible. None of them I was like, oh, disgusted. So I don't, I really missed that flame when I was like starting off as a musician. Like, I would look up the bands like Radiohead or Nirvana and like, goddamn, like Muse and Led Zeppelin, and now they're all gone. It's like they're all just pushed to the side, and they just feed us this trash in mainstream media. And I'd say, no more. I don't want it. I'm going to go to YouTube and watch what I want to watch, So I'm glad they're dying. Nestor Diaz up. I've been a subscriber for a while. Thank you very much. I don't like Bruno. Yeah, I fucking hate Bruno Mars. Everybody thinks like, oh, Bruno Mars is the next Michael Jackson. Like, no, he's not. Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson made really good music. He made really good albums. Bruno Mars, he's a cover artist. He started off as a cover band with his brother, and he was playing in California at these bars doing all these cover songs, and everyone thought, wow, he sounds like Michael Jackson. He looks like Michael Jackson. He's going to be the next Michael Jackson. But you listen to his music, and he just rips off everybody. He rips off Michael Jackson. He rips off the Police. He rips off all of these songs that are in his head. This catalog of cover songs that he can play. That's why I say, don't play cover songs. Don't be a cover band artist. Those people, I don't care how good you are at spinning a song. No one will remember your spin on someone else's song. Everybody remembers the genesis of the song. Everybody remembers the Beatles when you hear a Beatles song. Nobody remembers Bruno Mars singing a Beatles song. No, everyone remembers the Beatles, the genesis. The original person that wrote, created, put his blood, sweat, tears, and thoughts into that song and created a masterpiece. So don't rely on cover songs. Yes, they are a good template to learning the guitar or how to write a song, but don't depend on them is what I'm saying. Later on, you need to evolve. You have to create your own style. Artists that don't go beyond cover songs, I feel really bad for them. It's like they're wearing someone else's shoes. And they feel like they are them, but they're not. They're being somebody else. That's not you. You know, in Korea, the hardest thing that I had to overcome when I was performing, like, I remember I would busk and I would play like shows with my bandmates, and nobody would listen to my music. Nobody gave a fuck about my music, because they all wanted to hear the latest cover song from Jason Mraz. Oh, can you play I'm Yours? Can you play Jason Mraz? Oh, you sound like Jason Mraz, Justin. Like, fuck you. I'm Justin Patrick. I'm not Jason Mraz. But I didn't say that to their face. But that's how I felt. Every time I picked up the guitar, I put all this work, time, and energy, and I showed up to the gig, and everybody was asking me to play, well, you done me, you bet that I felt it, I tried with you, but you... They all wanted me to play Jason Mraz cover songs. You know? And a part of my soul felt just like broken. Like nobody wants to listen. Everybody just wants to be brainwashed, and they just want to listen to the songs that they do know. So they wanted me to play Korean songs. Like they wanted me funny, like record labels and stuff, like people higher up. They listened to my music, they listened to my song, and they said, "Oh, that's great music, but I think you should change the lyrics into Korean." I was like, what the hell? In order for my music to be heard in Korea, I have to sing in Korean? Like, I have to change my music and everything into Korean? And that's not an easy thing to do. You can change an American movie to suit a Korean audience. All you have to do is just put Korean subtitles in the movie. And boom, the Korean audience can watch the movie and enjoy it. But when you take a song, you can't do that. You can't put subtitles at the bottom. You need to change the actual words that are coming out of the singer's mouth. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's like, you think, oh, Justin, you're Korean, you can do it. It's like, no, Korean is not my mother tongue. English is my mother tongue. I didn't speak Korean until I went to Korea for the first time after university. And I didn't have any like skills whatsoever. I didn't have any background in Korean. But then, it's like saying to you, oh, your songs are great, but can you sing them in Swahili? And you'd be like, no. It's like, get somebody else to sing it in Swahili. Or, your songs are great, but can you sing them in German instead? I'm like, I don't speak German. I'm not good enough to sing in German. And that's asking too much. But you know what? I tried to sing in Korean, and it was hella hard, and it just sounded so bad. And I didn't feel like it was me anymore. It was like, again, people will tell you so many things, like you should do this, you should do that. And, you know, I try to look at both sides. I try to understand where they're coming from and go for what gets the best job done. So I tried to sing in Korean. I tried to sing cover songs. I tried to please people. But you know what? It doesn't work. You got to please yourself first. Fuck what everyone else says. That's what rock and roll is all about. Rock and roll is about doing whatever the hell you want and being you, not being somebody else. And that's the problem with Bruno Mars. He's not himself. He's just ripping off other artists. And he has nothing original when I listen to his music, his albums. He's got a great technical voice. Yes, he's got a great personality. He's got great style. He's got very colorful music videos. But that's all icing on the cake. You don't eat the icing. You eat the cake. So, no. That's funny. He's not trash. I'm just saying he's not a really talented musical artist that other people say he is. No, Radiohead is. How would you like to meet Michael Phelps one day and race with him just for fun? Michael Phelps? I'm not really interested in meeting him. You know, when I meet celebrities, I don't feel like, oh my God, you're a celebrity. Oh my God, I love you. No, I don't get starstruck because everyone's the same. It's the media that hypes a person up or a movie or whatever, okay? I don't fall for that. And I've met famous people in my life. And you know what? Spoiler alert, they're just a human being. And you know what? They're more flawed than regular people, to be honest. Because most celebrities are out of touch with society. They're in this little bubble. And I call it like the Michael Jackson effect. The bigger the celebrity, the more isolated they become from society. All right? So I've met like really like semi-famous people to like okay, almost becoming famous and all that. They're just people, you know, human beings. And I judge a person on how well they carry themselves, how well they communicate with others, how they treat other people, you know? So if, for example, if you're a rich person, I don't care how much money you have in the world, if you can't treat people right, and I'm talking about like even like the server that brings you your food at a dinner table. Like if you can't treat that person right, like, you know, I'm watching you, okay? I'm watching how you behave. I'm watching how you treat everyone in life, from the janitor to the cashier, to the taxi driver, to the server, to the bouncer, to the manager, to me, to your family members, to your friends. I watch your behavior. And if you treat any people like shit, then yeah, you're not going to be friends with me for a while. It's for a long time. So, yeah, I don't look up to celebrities. No. I look up, yeah, okay, like, yes, they have like success, but you have to understand that most celebrities didn't get to there by alone. They had a team. That's why when you watch these award shows like Grammys or Oscars, the person accepting the award always says, I'd like to thank blah, 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 and they list out all these names that go on and on and on. Again, it's the team that got that person there, not that person. Okay? So, yeah. You need people to get you there. I need you guys to get me there. I can't do this alone. Why am I doing this right now? Why am I talking to you right now? Why am I live streaming? Because I care about you. You're subscribed to my channel. I want to answer your questions sincerely. This is my way of saying thank you for watching me, subscribing, supporting my channel. Yeah, this is my way. Again, you've got to treat people the way you want to be treated. So, are you fluent in Korean? If not, how well do you know Korean? I know enough. I know enough to carry a general conversation with any non-English speaking Korean person. Yeah. I just read people. You know, in Korea, one thing that I learned is that you gotta read people. Like, what you say is not as important as how you say it. Okay? So, I'll give you an example. Like, there are people that are far better in Korean language skills than me. They studied in, like, Korean university, or, you know, they took Korean classes. Good for them. But when I see them interact with people or other Koreans in person, they suck. They just have like this like fake personality, or, you know, they're just copying what the teacher told them to say, or it's like rehearsing lines, you know? And you know what? Ironically, a lot of Koreans are taught English this way as well. Hello, how are you? Where are you from? How old are you? Like, when you're in Korea, you'll know this. Like, they ask you 4 questions all the time. Where are you from? How old are you? What's your name? Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, you're so cute. They always say that, these 4 lines, like a rehearsed line. Like, it's not really them. It's just a pre-rehearsed speech that they just spit out to any foreigner. That's not fluent to me. Fluent, in my opinion, is fluent like this. You gotta go with the flow. You gotta know who you're talking to. You don't play your hand when it comes to poker. You play the person in front of you. You gotta know who you're talking to, and then you gotta adapt. Do you know what I'm saying? So, whoever I meet, like a Korean grandmother, a Korean businessman, a Korean kid, first I gotta know who I'm talking to. And then I try to make that person feel comfortable. So what do? I smile, I laugh, I joke with them, play with them. Okay? A lot of people think it's like a conversation should be serious. Everything should be so serious. Serious. No. Yesterday at the gym, I was like working out and I was doing my things and people were asking me, how did you do that? How did you do this? How did you do that? I was like, oh. It's like, what are you working on? I'm like, oh, it's like, you just do this and you just play. You just try it. It's like, oh, no, I can't do it. And they'd be like, no, I can't do it. And I get it. They're embarrassed. It's like, adults, many, many, many years ago, we were all kids. And what did we do as kids? We played. We just played. We didn't care about what other people thought, what we did. If we fell, we didn't care. We just got back up and we just try again. We laugh it off. Do you remember that? But you don't, because now we're all adults and now we have to behave like mature human beings. Like, no, that part of us is still there. That's why we love kids, because kids don't give a fuck. Kids just do whatever they want and they say whatever they think of, what's on their mind, and they honestly express themselves. And I think that is more commendable than an adult that's hiding things from you, like hiding their intentions or scheming in the background or putting on a fake persona. Can't stand that. Like, if you're just honest, if you just were an honest person from the beginning, we wouldn't have this, we wouldn't get to this point where, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people have a hard time, adults, I notice, just expressing their real self, being their honest, true form. Like, no bullshit. Like everybody fails. Like, nobody's perfect. Everyone has this high standard of themselves. And I say to those people, you got to start from somewhere. If you want to do a planche, you got to start with putting your hands on the floor and falling several times. You'd be surprised how many adults would not risk falling because they feel like they'll be embarrassed by other people looking at them in the gym. I'm like, that's what we're all here for, though. We're here to play, have fun, fail, learn, get better. So, if you see me at the gym, you'll see this kid doing handstands and front levers and muscle ups and all this weird shit and failing. I fall. I got injured. But I keep trying. No shame. Just keep trying. Oh my god. Oh my god. I played a wrong note. Oh my god, forgive me. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. No. Look up. Do a YouTube search. Like, put your favorite band and then type fails. Like, for example, like Radiohead fails. U2 fails. Like Led Zeppelin fails. And you'll see like, All the big guys, all the celebrities and the most successful people make mistakes. Like I was watching like Roger Federer like fails. You know, he's such a brilliant tennis player, but he fails. He gets angry. He throws his racket from time to time because he sucks sometimes. It happens to all of us. So just laugh it off. Oh my god, I screwed up. Logan Paul, I wonder what happens in that small... Oh god, Logan Paul. Love you too! Logan Paul. You know what? I don't really feel... You know who I feel really bad for? Out of all of this mess that goes on with the Paul brothers, do you know what I really am angry at? I'm really angry at their father. The father is a piece of shit. He's an idiot. He is the guiding light to these two kids. And he didn't really do a good job raising these two boys, in my opinion. Because what you see right now is a result of his poor parenting. And you know what? The father supports this behavior from his two sons. That to me is just really, really sad. You know, he's a really pathetic father. He needs to like step up and like discipline his boys and say like something's just not acceptable, because what you put out onto the internet stays on the internet forever. And these two boys are going to grow up and they're probably going to become like fathers, and they're going to probably have kids of their own, and the kids, and they're going to see the stuff that their fathers did, and the fathers, Jake and Logan, are going to look back on these stupid antics that they did when they were kids and say, my God, what did I do? What was I thinking? You know? And they still don't get it. Logan Paul, you know, people are not pissed off because of the dead body. A lot of people are pissed off because Logan Paul disrespected a lot of Japanese people in Japan. And he kept those videos up still. He just doesn't get it. A lot of the things that he did in Japan was just so disrespectful and rude. And you know what? His fans are going to grow up thinking that, ha ha ha, I can do that in Japan as well when I grow up. They think that's acceptable behavior. Let me tell you something about Japanese or Asian culture. Like if you're in Korea or Japan, you're gonna feel like whatever you do has no repercussions. Like you can be a jackass and nobody reacts. But that's just the culture. Reacting or like shouting back, like that's acceptable behavior in North America. But in Asia, it's not acceptable. No matter how angry you get, you don't like lash out at strangers. Because that thing's just going to carry on with you. You're going to carry that stress with you. If you bump into that person again, or you things escalate. You know, you get into a fist fight, and then the cops come in, and then you go to jail, and then you got a criminal record, and then all this bullshit. It's not worth it. So, as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu masters say, do not engage in a fight, and you've already won. Once you engage in a fight, you've already lost. No matter what kind of fight you enter, where you think you have the advantage, oh, well, his friend might have a gun. His other friend might have a knife. They might have like something that you're not ready or prepared for. No matter how good your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills are, there's always an external factor that you you just didn't factor in, and it might cost you really bad. Like, yeah. So the best fighters that I know don't engage in fist street fights. They know better than that. Unless it's like a consent fight where both people enter a ring where there are rules, that makes sense. When it comes to competing, yeah, it makes sense. Street fights, there are no rules. You never know what will happen. So, I really feel bad for the Paul brothers. Can you give me tips to get my first 1,000 subs? Tips. You know what? Funny thing you mentioned this. Another person emailed me yesterday. He said like he was like a father and he wanted my help. He said he has a son that plays Let's Plays. He's got a really young kid, like 8 or 9 years old. He wanted me to guide him into YouTube, like give him like guidance on how to become a successful YouTuber. I was like, that's a lot of pressure for an 8-year-old kid. like if he likes doing what he's doing, he'll naturally get better at it. He'll get good at it and he'll grow from it. But the father was like, oh, can you come to our house and can you help our son with some tips on YouTube and becoming successful, and we'll pay you for your time? I'm like, you don't need to pay me. Like, you don't need me. If he already loves what he's doing, he will find a way. He'll find a way to get better. So, for example, if, MKBHD, you watch his videos now, like, oh my God, he's got the best camera recording gear. He's got the best videos. He's got the best, like when he presents his new tech, everyone watches and he gets millions of views and he's got like 5.1 million subscribers. But you go to 7 years ago, you see him as a little kid in his room with a webcam, reviewing this tech for the first time. You see where he started. So, he just kept at it. It took him many, many, many years. He just loved what he was doing, and he got better eventually. So if you love what you're doing, you will find a way to make it better. You will. You don't need to ask me. You can just look at people who are successful. Just watch biographies. Elon Musk wasn't always the president of Tesla. No. Before that, he was in PayPal. And before that, he was just like a kid with a dream that wanted to send a rocket into the space. And everyone thought he was crazy. But he found a way. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world at Amazon, he started off with a dream, like selling books online. Selling books online. And people thought he was crazy. Like, that's never going to fly. Jeff, what are you thinking, Jeff? Like, this is a silly dream. Yeah. But he found a way. It took him many, many, many years. And he worked hard at it. But he found a way, and now look where he got it. I feel like maybe he taped a dead guy to the... to get more famous? Who knows? I don't think the Paul brothers ever will reach that level of insight. No. You know what? A lot of young kids don't really... How can I say this? A lot of people, doesn't matter where you're from, what country you're from, what race you are, what age you are, a lot of people just don't have that third eye, the God's eye. The eye that looks at the overall big picture. You know? A lot of people lack that. You would be surprised how many people are just completely blind to what they're doing. Like, my God, you've been what? You know? It's something that, wherever I go in the world, I meet a lot of people just don't have this perception, this overall, can see the bigger picture, you know? This complete understanding. If you can understand your enemy, you are a far better person in the long run, you know? If you see your enemy as just an enemy, you're missing half the picture. Okay? So, yeah, a lot of people just don't listen. And that's the most important thing. This is why I like Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos listens. He listens to his customers. You know? You give it like a store, like, you compare Amazon to like, say like, I don't know, Zara. Zara doesn't listen. You know why? Because every time I go to a Zara store, what do I see? I see a long ass lineup from cashier all the way to the entrance of the store with all these pissed off customers with like bags and handfuls of clothes that they want to buy that are worth like hundreds of dollars each. And they have to endure lining up. And then they slowly reach the cashier. And who do they face? They face like a pissed off like teenager that's been overworked, not friendly, not smiling. Like the checkout process in Zara is just terrible. You know what? And they don't do anything to improve it. They look at the system they have and they say, we're making so much money. And like, who cares? You know? Whereas Amazon is like, we're making so much money, but we're going to reinvest all that money back into our system to find ways to improve it. And people will say like, oh, that's so stupid, Amazon. You're not making any profit. You're losing money. Ha 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 ha. Or they say to Tesla, you're putting so much money into your technology and company. You guys aren't not making any profit. Ha ha. But like they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the long-term result. You have to make sacrifices right now in order to enjoy future long-term success. Companies like Tesla and Amazon, they are smart. They're willing to sacrifice their profits in order to make longer-term gains in the future. Whereas Zara will eventually fade out. Zara, eventually something better will come along that sees all these pain points, these mistakes that Zara keeps making. If you don't believe me, just Google Zara in your local town and look at the reviews on Google. Everybody hates Zara because of the terrible customer service, the long lineups, the return policies, all this bullshit they have to endure in order to just buy the clothes that they like. Zara has a great product, but terrible customer service is what I have to say. I wonder who would disrespect Japanese culture for some views. You know, Logan Paul wasn't the first. There are many. There are many. If you don't believe me, check out Jackass in Japan. Jackass, they were even worse. Check out, who is that pickup artist guy? RSD, Julian Blanc. Yeah, he stirred up some shit controversy as well. Again, these people, these non-Japanese people who are visiting Japan, they think that they can get away with anything because nobody reacts back. But again, they're in a totally different culture, a totally different environment where reacting is just not acceptable. Okay? And this is what I had to learn like a long time ago when I was in Korea. You know, I got in a fight with here's what happened a long time ago in Korea. When I was with my Korean girlfriend, there was just this rude ass taxi driver. He was just asshole. He was a jerk. To not me, to my girlfriend. He was like scolding my girlfriend. My girlfriend was apologizing and all that, but he wouldn't stop. He just kept scolding her. And I said, okay, that's enough. That's enough. And then I can see that my girlfriend was really upset and she was almost in tears. And then that's when I got really pissed off because whatever he was saying to her just really dug deep. And I was like, I reacted. And I just like got in front of him, like say, you know, That's enough, man. But then again, that's not acceptable behavior in Korea. So you're thinking, what? Like, it's true, it's not acceptable. So what I should have done was not engage and just say, let's get away from him. Just run away. Never see this guy again. But the problem was he was chasing us down with his car. That was the problem. He was like chasing us down with his taxi car. Like, that was harassment. So that was a really difficult situation. And then, yeah. Lessons learned. Have you done a video on how to swim a fast side stroke? I'm going into the Navy and I have a PST coming up and I have to swim 500 yards in 9 minutes. Any tips? Yeah. If whatever endurance you're doing when it comes to swimming, you just keep at it. Okay? So you spend time. It's just like in a treadmill, right? If you want to do a marathon, you practice on a treadmill or you just practice running every day and you just try to get your body, your fitness to the next level. Like, I'm going to run for 10 minutes straight. Whew. Okay. The next day, I'm going to try for 11 minutes and then 12 minutes and then 13. You just keep at it. You'll find a way. Your body will find a way. You just need to create a schedule and then just do the routine every day consistently. Right? If you really want it, you'll find a way. Okay. And that's what I did. Lifeguards, we had to swim 20 meters nonstop, freestyle. And in under like 20 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes or something. I can't remember. So what did I do? I went to the pool and I just kept doing it. I kept practicing every day. And I just tried to test my limits. Say, okay, I'm going to do 5 laps straight. 6 laps, 7 laps, 8 laps. And then eventually I got up to 20. Thank God. And then by that 20th lap, I was like finishing a marathon, for the first time, just drop dead. So you'll find a way. If you give yourself a time limit, restrictions, just routine, consistency, you'll find a way. When did you start YouTube? I started YouTube like 9 years ago, a long ass time ago. Long time ago. And when I started a long time ago, I probably told you this story. I just uploaded clips of me and my band performing at a gig. That's it. I just put it up online. Didn't edit it. Didn't know anything about YouTube at the time. At that time, it was like all cats and cute babies on YouTube. Didn't really care about it. And I was always on and off with YouTube. Like I would post inconsistently, like once a month, once every 2 weeks, once a week. But now you see me, I'm posting every day because I'm taking this seriously now. This is like my job. Like, I have to do this every day for you guys. It's a lot of work, but I'm here for you, right? And I want this to grow. So, if you like what I'm here, if you like what I'm saying, then what you can do right now is just smash that like button. Pow, 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 pow. Smash it. Smash that like button. Let me know how you feel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And have a great day. How do you spell that store? What store? What store? Zara? Z-A-R-A. Yeah, Zara. God damn it. I have a love-hate relationship with Zara. I like their fashion, but everything else is just garbage. I hate their service. You know what? If you don't believe me, try returning something at Zara. Try it. My God, they treat you like a criminal. Please sign this. Give me your phone number. Write down your phone number here. They're not very happy when you return something. They give you this criminal, you're suspicious. You're a suspect in their eyes. It's just a $20 shirt that I just put on and just decided not to, keep. You said right here, 14-day policy, return policy. And they get really pissed off when you return something. They're not very happy. They don't smile. None of them smile. All these well-dressed Zara employees in their nice black suits and their Dior Sauvage cologne emanating from their... Whew. It's funny thing about, Jeremy Fragrance. You know him, right? He's a fragrance guy. What's up, guys? Jeremy here, back with another video. The number one cologne for guys is Dior Sauvage. It's the number one compliment killer. The girls go crazy for it. But you know what? The first time I smelled Dior Sauvage, I was like, this smells like Zara. My God, this is so... smells like Zara. Like every employee at Zara wears Dior Sauvage. And that's why I don't wear Dior Sauvage. I don't like Dior Sauvage. Instead, I want something that's light, smells fresh, and not overpowering like this guy. I wear this guy, Acqua di Gio, by Giorgio Armani. Oh, fresh. There's another one called Profumo that Jeremy Fragrance recommends. It's a tweak of this one. But the reason I don't go for that one is because it's popular. And why do you want to wear something that everyone else wears? Wear something that's under the radar, something that like not many people wear. Yes, this is very popular a long time ago. But the reason I wear it is because everyone else is wearing Dior Sauvage. And if you want to buy Dior Sauvage, don't buy Dior Sauvage, okay? Because it's too much. Everyone's wearing it. Don't be like everyone else. Don't be a sheep. Be a lone wolf. It's a lonely path, but the path is more rewarding. The journey is much more rewarding once you go at it alone. You learn so much more. Creed Aventus. No, I don't have Creed Aventus because you know why? It's too expensive. $300 or more cologne. Do I need a $300 cologne to make me feel better? No, I don't. This, you know how much this cost me? This cost me $40. You know why? Because I got this used off Craigslist from another guy that didn't want it. $40. That's it. You don't need $300 to boost your confidence. You don't need $300 to get compliments. You can get compliments from other people by just smiling, listening to them, asking how their day is. Wow. And you know what? That's free. Yes, it is. You have a knockoff version from Amazon. Oh, be careful of knockoff versions. Those are, yeah. You know what? Funny thing in Korea, there's so many knockoff colognes, like for sale, like little mini bottles. They're being sold everywhere on the streets. I was like, wow, look at all these. Like, oh, and then someone said, oh no, don't buy that. That's a knockoff. It's like a synthetic copy. And yeah, those are not safe to put on because you don't know what kind of chemicals are in it. Another thing is I see a lot of people selling puppies on the street too in Korea. And a lot of like gullible young people fall for these puppies. Oh, I want a puppy. Oh my God, puppy, cute one. You know what? The smarter person would say those puppies come from a farm and they die very easily. They get sick easily because they're not well taken care of. So there you go. The more you know. What do I think of Rice Gum? Rice Gum? I don't really like his videos. I don't like his music. If you call that music, it's more like propaganda. I don't know, like you got to be very careful. Mainstream artists, in like these people that call their music is more like propaganda. And it's like, and you know why? Do you know how you can tell music from propaganda? Propaganda is all about me, look at me, I'm so good, boo, ooh, look at my money, look at my cars, look at my girls. That's propaganda. That's not music. That's manipulating music to your advantage. That's very selfish. Music is just giving to people. Music is like what Michael Jackson said. He can't make music. He can only give the music that God gave him. So Michael Jackson doesn't sit down with a pen and paper and writes down music. No, the music comes to him in waves. And it's up to you as a musician to capture that and just grow from that. So it's just like the apple falling on Newton's head. It's just, he could either just ignore it or capitalize on it. It's like, boom, apple fell on my head. What happened after? He didn't let it go. He just worked on it, and boom, he helped so many people with Newton's laws. And same with musician. If you're a great musician, the way I can tell you are a great musician is that the music speaks for itself. It's not you, it's the music. It's like, I don't care who you are as an artist, what your name is, whether your name is Michael Jackson or Justin Patrick or Radiohead or the Smiths. If it's the song that speaks for itself, it's like a Mona Lisa. You don't care who painted it. You're thankful for who painted it, but it's the art that speaks for yourself, speaks for itself. See right there what I was playing? It just came to me in a wave, and I just expressed it for you. So it's not me trying to be like, oh, I'm going to show off in front of you, my audience. And I'm going to make this incredible song for you guys. You guys are going to love me for it. I'm going to make so much money. And no, that's not my intention. That's not what I'm thinking when I play this guitar. I remember what Bruce Lee said. He said, I don't hit. It hits all by itself. I'll say it again. Bruce Lee said in the movies, he said, I do not hit. It hits all by itself. So what he's trying to say is that it's not something that he creates. It's something that comes to him and he just reacts. He just goes with the flow with it. And that's what great music is. It's not pretentious. It's not contrived. It's not propaganda. It's just free-flowing thoughts, and it's just up to you to capture that and build it up. Just capture it. Do you have any pets? No, I don't have pets. I have a few dogs, but no. Puppy farms, disturbing. Yes, I agree. Somebody in the family does music. Great. Okay, so I have to go hit the gym. Thank you very much for participating in this live stream. And as always, subscribe, smash that like button, smash it, smash it, smash it. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, okay, so love you guys.